All the main points for this exercise have already been covered, so try drawing this sketch using your own ideas. To draw this sketch, just like the previous examples, I'll first draw a rough version of what I see. So I select the front plane. Enter sketch mode. Draw the center line using the line tool. And then draw the rest of the sketch with the same tool. After finishing the sketch, always check the automatic relations SolidWorks has applied. Remove any unnecessary ones, as they can sometimes conflict with your dimensions and cause errors. After completing the rough sketch, I apply the desired relations. I make all of these equal to each other. I also make these two equal. A key part of this exercise is figuring out the correct order for applying dimensions, something you'll get better at with practice. For example, after roughly sketching, if the overall length from this point to this point is 100 millimeters, but you apply a 125 millimeter dimension here, it will push that point outside the shape and distort the entire sketch. So the order of applying dimensions is crucial and improves with experience. If this issue occurs, start dimensioning from a different point. The dimensions here are 125 millimeters, 145 millimeters, 153 millimeters, and 190 millimeters. As you can see, all dimensions are defined relative to the origin, serving as the 0 point. How can we define dimensions relative to the origin? From the Smart Dimension drop-down, I select Horizontal Ordinate Dimension. So far, we've used Smart Dimension to define various dimensions. This option provides only horizontal dimensions, similar to Smart Dimension but restricted to the horizontal direction. This option provides only vertical dimensions, and Ordinate dimensions allow us to define distances from a base point, which we can select as either horizontal or vertical. Since I want to set a horizontal dimension from the origin, I select this option. First, I select the origin as my base point, set as 0. Then, each point I select defines its horizontal distance from the origin. Now, the dimensions are clear. I enter 190 first, then 153, 145, and finally 125. Next, I set dimensions of 4 and 15. When I set the 15 millimeter dimension, as mentioned earlier, it slightly distorts this section of the sketch. Once all dimensions are set, the sketch will return to its correct form. Now, I set dimensions of 3, 2, and 1.5 millimeters. This dimension here is 7 millimeters. Next, I set fillets with radii of 20 and 30 millimeters. So I select the fillet command. First, I set a radius of 20 millimeters. Select this point and confirm the command. The command remains active. Now I set the radius to 30 millimeters and apply it to this point. Why doesn't the command close after clicking OK? By selecting the Keep Visible option, each time I click OK, the command remains active, allowing me to input new parameters and apply another fillet. If I disable Keep Visible, let me press Ctrl-Z. With Keep Visible disabled, the command closes each time I create a fillet and click OK. When Keep Visible is enabled, I can apply multiple fillets without reopening the command. Finally, after fully defining the sketch, I press Ctrl-A and select the Mirror Entities command. This way, the sketch is completely drawn.